We've all done things we regret. While some of the moments that we regret the most can be entertaining for others. Thanks to the internet, we have an endless stream of regrettable moments at our disposal. From the dumbest to the most outrageous moments, here are some hilarious, regrettable moments caught on camera. Starting off this video with a top tip. If you're diving in the sea that is known to contain sharks like the one here, just off the Channel Islands, you should check the water first for sharks.
We're in neutral. We're in reverse.
That was a bad idea!
Get on the boat! Ryder!
Oh, I touched it!
It turns out this was just a harmless basking shark and not a great white. But would you have taken your chances? Up next, this has to be the dumbest moments to be caught on camera. To be young, squeezing yourself into a shopping cart and spinning around the parking lot for fun. So quirky, such whimsy. But it's all fun and games until you get stuck in the cart and need the fire service to cut you out of it. You could probably say these girls were so close that sparks were flying between them. Elsewhere, there were these boaters blasting loud, annoying electronic music across the river. So a jet skier came across to request them to stop. That was embarrassing, but I don't think those waterlogged speakers are going to be causing trouble again anytime soon. These guys learned a valuable lesson. Whether you love or hate sand, a day out on the beach is usually family fun. But this guy might be rethinking his life choices right about now. It's only a matter of time before that piece of poop creeps its way into his eye. And while we're talking about poop, if you've got a Roomba, be careful where you leave it. One girl went out and left hers in the same room as her dogs, and it was a sorry mess. Roombas are basically tiny automatic vacuums. They're not equipped for scooping out poop. And so, instead of cleaning, it just spread all the poop around. Yuck. That was messy and will take a lot more hard work to clean, unfortunately. If you've ever broken something in someone else's house, you know it's mortifying. However, it's made all the worse by playing on an exercise pole and breaking something expensive. Like this individual here. If you thought that was an odd thing to do for fun, how about sitting inside a trash bag like this girl while somebody else sucks all the air out with a vacuum? Sometimes you can sympathize with people who make idiotic decisions, but unfortunately, this is not one of those times. And here's another dumb moment of a young girl regretting her decision to show too much love to her pet rat. That, my friends, is the true face of regret. But have you ever been to a restaurant where your food arrives flaming? It's a nice touch, usually achieved by splashing in a little highly flammable alcohol or fat that easily catches fire and cooks off really quickly. These scenes can be super impressive, but playing with fire rarely ends well, and these servers are soon about to find out. It probably wasn't the best idea to hold that fire so close to the heat-sensitive heat sprinkler system. These guys probably didn't find their dumb moment too funny. But moving on. You know when you're casually sending a wine selfie, trying out a super weird "what cheese would you be" filter, and then this happens. I'm sure she regretted taking that selfie. All the guys are probably laughing in the corner, but if you're a dude who's had a beard, you know what a massive difference it makes to your face. A big bushy beard makes your jawline seem bigger. Like this dude, we have a Viking and then we have a baby-faced regret. It's like two totally different people. You can also see the frustration on his face. One is a grizzled man, while the other is a fresh-faced junior. Big regret. Admit it, you've teased your cat plenty of times before. This cat, however, isn't going to take any of your nonsense.
E falla finita.
You can probably guess who runs this house. But they say having a pet can be therapeutic. You pick up your cat, show it some love, and then you regret it immediately. Having a kid, on the other hand, is notoriously tough. Tired of his son's late-night gaming sessions, one dad had hid his PlayStation controllers in the oven. He then completely forgot to tell his wife. By now, you can probably guess where this is going. So, when the wife turned on the oven the next morning, well, this was the result. We vet the controllers weren't the only things having a meltdown that morning, but that's not the only hurt kid on the internet. When you're a kid, there is very little you won't try. It's how you learn what you like and dislike. This little boy from Canada found pretty quickly what his opinion on super sour lemon juice was. That little boy's reaction was priceless. He went from liking the taste to disliking the taste pretty fast. At least the kid knows not to try it again, though. Now, if anyone deserves instant karma, it's criminals who prey on the innocent. One Californian couple had been having issues with thieves sneaking onto their property. So they decided to take things into their own hands. They did so by hiding a motion-activated sprinkler on their driveway. If a good squirt of water can deter animals, then it should work on thieves too, right? Well, in the dead of night, the couple's doorbell camera caught this glorious moment. You can't deny the fact that at least this clown looked cool fleeing on his Diddy BMX. Up next is one of the best regret moments you'll probably witness. You know those gaps between the elevator and the building it's in? It's easy to drop something and regret it later. But that's nothing compared to what these two delivery people had to go through. Dropping an entire door down there is quite a lot worse. And the way they look at each other at the end before the elevator closes, they really shafted themselves. Taking a decision at work can be quite depressing. Up next, we have this worker in a jacket who'll soon regret the decision he made. Geez, all that cable work probably took days to put up. Although we say that, looking at the huge slab of snow hanging over the building, we're pretty certain our guy just sped up the inevitable. So, the poor guy doesn't deserve the entire blame. But up next, being an international pop star has got to be one of the toughest jobs. I mean, you sing, you tour. But worst of all, you're expected to hold heavy trophies if you actually win anything. K-pop singer Alexa knows this pain all too well. The crowd went from cheering for her to being shocked to back to cheers, which shouldn't hurt her much. But shifting our focus from pop stars to TikTok influencers. One TikToker attempted to introduce her grandma to a fun-moving optical illusion on her camera filter. Unfortunately for her, things went in a downward spiral. You can almost see the poor girl's dear old life flash before her eyes as the illusion throws her straight off balance. And while I'll admit it was funny, I wouldn't want to be the person responsible for Granny's second hip replacement surgery after startling her with a freaking TikTok filter. But moving on, while the old generation seems to be struggling with tech, the newer generation seems to be having its own tech-related issues. While partaking in a fun TikTok dance, this young girl seemed to get a little carried away. It got so bad it ended fatally for her laptop.
I cannot believe I just did that. That was so stupid. I have no words. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, several $1,000s eliminated in one single leap. What's funnier is just imagining her explaining what happened to the staff at Apple Care. Well, that's all we have for you in today's video. Our modern era is rather infamous for these stupid mistakes, so expect to see more such moments in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.